Naming acids. Let's first define what an acid is. We've all heard the term, and some of us know. An acid is a molecule. So stop right there. What's a molecule? It's a small discrete unit. So acids are small discrete units. They're not a lattice like on a compound. So an acid is a molecule with one or more hydrogen H plus atoms attached. Those H plus atoms, it's really an H plus ion. It's really an H plus ion. Now, note, H is usually written first if compound is an acid. Obvious notable exception would be H2O is not an acid. A lot of times in Chem 1, the H is written first. We start to get rid of that in Chem 2, and you take later chemistry classes because you recognize the structure and you recognize what H's can be acidic and what H's cannot be acidic. But in Chem 1, it's usually, besides water, usually the H is written first, just to make it so you can easily recognize the compound. All right, there's two types of acids. There's binary acids, which would be HX. H bonded to X. Make it purple. Binary acids. So this means if the anion does not contain oxygen, no oxygen, the acid is named with the prefix hydro and the suffix ic. The next class of acid would be ternary oxy acids. These have polyatomic ions. So you have H. Now I'm going to put the O next to it because H is always bonded to O. And we're going to do Y here. Even though a lot of times you'll see them written as H, Y, O, they are bonded this way, H to O to Y. Y would be what we call the central atom. That's good to know for the future. There's two scenarios. The suffix ic added to the root name if the anion name ends in 8. The suffix us is added to the root name if the anion name ends in 8. Let's talk about this. HCl, HBr, HI, HF, H2SO4, HNO3, HClO4, HClO3, HC2, H3O2. So HCl, let's start with that one. That's a very common one. That one, no oxygen. So we will call that hydrochloric acid. How do I know it's hydrochloric acid? Well, it's hydrogen chloride. So we add hydro. So hydrogen's gone, hydro, and then it goes from chloride to chloric. So hydrochloric acid. Same with Br, hydrobromic. And of course these are all acid. Hydroiodic. HF is hydrofluoric acid. Now, sulfate goes to sulfuric acid. It's a little bit of a stretch, but sulfuric. Nitrate goes to nitric because they have oxygen. So we have oxygen for sulfate, nitrate. They're ternary oxy acids. That means ic to 8, right? So 8s go to ic, ites go to us. We have HClO4 perchlorate. So this goes to perchloric acid. And chlorate goes to chloric acid. Acetate goes to acetic acid. So there's naming some acids. Now I used 2 different colors. You probably noticed. These 7 are the 7 strong acids. And those are good to memorize. They will really help you out later on. And if you have to take Chem 2, it's vital that you know them. But that's how we name acids.